Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something important with you. When the right man walks into your life, you won't have to question it. You will feel it. It's in the way your heart feels calm instead of racing with anxiety. It's in the way you sleep peacefully at night, knowing you don't have to chase, beg, or wonder. Some of you have spent so much time running after the wrong people that you've forgotten what true love actually feels like. The right man never makes you doubt your value. He reassures it. And if you're hearing this right now, maybe you've been asking yourself, am I with the right person? Maybe you've ignored warning signs because you wanted love so desperately. Or maybe, just maybe, you're standing in front of a blessing without even realizing it yet. Let's break it down. Here are 4 clear signs you're being blessed with the right man. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll know whether to hold on or to walk away. When the right man comes into your life, one of the strongest signs is the peace he brings. Not just temporary peace, not the kind that shifts with his mood, but a deep and steady sense of security, a peace that allows you to breathe easy, knowing you're not walking on eggshells, not preparing yourself for the next argument, the next disappointment, or the next moment of doubt, a peace that exists without needing to be questioned. A woman who has spent too much time with the wrong man starts to believe that love is supposed to be difficult, that relationships are meant to be a cycle of pain and apologies, of extreme highs and crushing lows. She convinces herself that chaos is normal because that's all she's ever known. And so when a good man enters her life, she hesitates. She wonders, why doesn't he make me anxious? Why don't I feel like I have to fight for his attention? Because real love doesn't feel like war. A man who genuinely cares for you, who values you, who is truly meant for you, will not bring unnecessary stress into your life. He won't play games, won't leave you guessing, won't disappear for days and return with empty apologies. He won't make you question your worth. Instead, he will bring clarity, he will bring consistency, he will bring peace. Now, don't misunderstand. Peace doesn't mean perfection. Every relationship has challenges. Every couple will have disagreements. But there's a difference between normal conflict and living in constant unease. The right man may not be flawless, but he will never be the cause of your deepest pain. He will never be the reason you lose sleep at night wondering where you stand. You'll know you found the right man when his presence in your life makes things smoother, not more complicated, when his love doesn't drain you but replenishes you, when his energy doesn't create tension but brings relief. He won't make you second guess yourself. He won't make you feel insignificant. He won't use silence as a form of punishment or affection as a tool for control. Instead, he will be your safe space, a place where your heart can rest. This doesn't mean he is weak. Some people mistake peace for passivity. They think a good man is one who lacks strength, who never speaks up, who just agrees with everything. But that's not true peace. A real man, a strong man, brings peace because of his inner strength, because he is secure within himself. He doesn't need to control you because he knows his worth. He doesn't need to prove himself by making you feel lesser. His confidence allows him to support you rather than compete with you. He protects your heart, not just with his words, but with his actions. He chooses his words carefully, knowing they can either heal or harm. He doesn't lash out in anger. He doesn't make you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around his emotions. Instead, he communicates, he listens, he resolves issues with maturity, not manipulation. And most importantly, his love remains steady. It doesn't disappear when times get tough. It doesn't fade when the initial excitement is gone. It doesn't come with conditions that force you to meet impossible standards just to be treated right. Some women have never experienced love that doesn't hurt. They have spent so much time accepting less that they don't even recognize a blessing when it arrives. But here's the truth. Love should never feel like a battle you're always losing. Love should never feel like walking through a storm without shelter. The right man will make you feel like you are standing on solid ground. You won't have to fight for his love because it will already be there. You won't have to beg for his time because he will make you a priority. You won't have to wonder if he values you because his actions will make it obvious. And when you find a man who brings you that kind of peace, don't question it. Don't sabotage it because it feels unfamiliar. Don't run back to the chaos just because it's what you've known. Learn to accept the love that doesn't hurt. Learn to embrace the quiet, steady, unwavering presence of a man who genuinely cares. Because when the right man is in your life, you won't feel anxious, you won't feel uncertain, you won't feel like you have to prove your worth. You will feel at home. A woman's growth is one of the strongest indicators of whether she is with the right man. Growth isn't just about career success or financial stability. It's about evolving as a person, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's about becoming more confident, more self-assured, and more in tune with who you really are. And the right man won't stand in the way of that. He won't make you feel like you have to shrink yourself to keep him comfortable. Instead, he will inspire you to rise higher, to push past your limits, and to become everything you were meant to be. Many women find themselves in relationships where their light is dimmed, where their ambitions are seen as threats, where their desire to grow is met with resentment rather than encouragement. A man who is insecure will see your growth as competition. He will feel intimidated by your strength, threatened by your success, and uneasy about your independence. He will try to hold you back, whether through subtle discouragement or outright resistance. But the right man wants to see you win. He wants to see you step into your full potential. He understands that when you grow, the relationship grows, that when you elevate, everything around you elevates. He takes pride in your achievements, not because they validate him, but because he truly wants the best for you. And that's the key, genuine support. Not the kind that only exists when it's convenient for him. Not the kind that disappears when your success surpasses his. But the kind of support that remains constant even when you exceed your own expectations. A man who truly loves you will never ask you to shrink, slow down, or settle for less than you deserve. He will remind you of your worth, especially on the days when you forget it yourself. The right man doesn't just say he supports you, he proves it. He celebrates your victories, whether big or small. He encourages you to take risks, to chase your dreams, to believe in yourself when doubt creeps in. He listens to your goals with genuine interest. He asks how he can help, how he can support you, how he can make your path easier instead of harder. So ask yourself, does the man in your life encourage your growth? Does he push you to chase your dreams? Or does he make you doubt them? Does he celebrate your wins, or does he feel insecure? Love should never require you to shrink. The right man will never make you choose between love and personal growth. He will understand that the two go hand in hand. When you think about them, do you feel like you can be your complete authentic self, or do you feel the need to hold back? Because when you're with the right man, you won't feel like you have to apologize for wanting more in life. You won't feel like you need to hide your ambitions or downplay your achievements. Instead, you'll feel free to grow, to evolve, and to become everything you were always meant to be. And that kind of love, that kind of partnership is a true blessing. A woman knows she has found the right man when she feels genuinely understood and valued, not just for what she does, but for who she is at her very core. It's one thing for someone to admire you from a distance, to appreciate the surface level aspects of you, but it's something entirely different when a man truly sees you, understands your heart, your mind, and your soul. The right man doesn't just love the idea of you, he loves you for exactly who you are. When a woman has been in relationships where she felt misunderstood, unheard, or dismissed, she may start to believe that this is normal, that no man will ever truly understand her. She may have been with men who only valued what she could provide for them, whether that was her beauty, emotional support, or financial stability. She may have been with men who saw her as just a role to be filled rather than a person with depth, dreams, and emotions. But the right man, he listens not just with his ears, but with his heart. He notices the little things. The way your eyes brighten when you talk about something you're passionate about. The shift in your voice when something is bothering you. The way you withdraw when you're feeling overwhelmed. He doesn't just hear your words, he understands the meaning behind them. A woman in the right relationship never has to beg to be heard. She never has to repeat herself over and over, hoping that this time he will finally understand. She never has to wonder if her feelings are being dismissed as unimportant or excessive. The right man makes it clear that her voice matters, that her emotions are valid, that her thoughts and experiences are worthy of being acknowledged. And it's not just about listening, it's about effort. A man who truly values you will put in the work to truly know you. He will want to understand your past, not to judge you, but to appreciate how far you've come. He will take the time to learn what brings you joy, what makes you feel safe, and what makes you feel deeply loved. He won't assume that all women are the same, that a generic approach to love is enough. He will make an effort to love you in the way that you personally need to be loved. Too many women have settled for relationships where they felt invisible, where they felt like their presence was acknowledged, but their essence was overlooked, where they felt like they were loved for their beauty, kindness, or loyalty, but not for their soul. The right man sees you even in your quiet moments. He notices when your smile doesn't quite reach your eyes. He recognizes when you're drained, even when you say you're fine. He senses when you need space and when you need comfort. And he doesn't just notice, he responds. He adapts. He supports. He ensures that you feel secure enough to be your full, unapologetic self. And here's the truth. This kind of understanding isn't something you have to plead for. You don't have to force a man to see you, to value you, to appreciate you. When a man is truly meant for you, it comes naturally. He will want to know you. He will want to understand you. He will want to be the man who makes you feel seen in a way no one else ever has. A woman in the right relationship will feel like she can finally breathe. She won't feel the need to perform, to prove, to impress. She won't feel like she has to constantly remind her partner of her worth. She will know she is valued because his actions will make it clear. And that kind of love, that deep, unwavering, soul-level connection is rare. It is a gift. A woman who is truly seen and valued doesn't just grow, she thrives. She becomes more confident, more radiant, more at peace, because when love is real, when it is built on true understanding, it becomes a sanctuary, a place where she can find rest, a place where she can be vulnerable without fear, a place where she can be strong without being resented, a place where she is not just tolerated, but genuinely treasured. That is what the right man brings. That is how you know when love is real. A woman who is with the right man will experience a deep sense of peace, one that is undeniable, unwavering, and unlike anything she has ever felt in past relationships. This peace is not just about having fewer disagreements or moments of happiness. It's about an unshakable confidence that she is exactly where she is meant to be. The right man doesn't bring chaos into her life. He doesn't leave her questioning her worth, her place in his world, or the stability of their relationship. Instead, he brings clarity, security, and emotional safety that allows her to breathe, to trust, and to be her full self. Too many women have been conditioned to believe that love is supposed to be a constant struggle, that endless drama, uncertainty, and emotional turbulence are just part of the journey, that if a relationship isn't filled with stress and conflict, it isn't passionate or meaningful. But real love, the kind that is healthy, stable, and lasting, does not thrive in chaos. It flourishes in peace. It is steady, it is sure, and it does not leave you second-guessing yourself every step of the way. When a woman is with the wrong man, she often feels like she's walking on eggshells. She hesitates before speaking, afraid of how he might react. She suppresses parts of herself to avoid conflict. She constantly wonders if she's doing too much or not enough. She loses sleep over unanswered messages, unexplained silences, and mixed signals that leave her feeling exhausted and confused. That is not love. That is anxiety. But when she is with the right man, everything feels different. She doesn't have to wonder where she stands. She doesn't have to overanalyze every conversation, every action, every moment of silence. She doesn't feel the need to chase, to prove, or to earn his love, because his love is already freely given. He makes it known that he is there for her, that she is valued, that her presence in his life is not just appreciated, but deeply cherished. The right man provides emotional security in ways that go beyond words. He's consistent. He doesn't send mixed messages or make her feel like she has to compete for his attention. He shows up time and time again, not just in the good moments, but in the difficult ones. He is reliable, dependable, and his actions align with his words. This kind of peace isn't just about how he treats her. It's also about how he makes her feel about herself. The right man doesn't bring insecurities into her life. He helps silence them. He doesn't make her question whether she is enough. He reassures her. Not because she is weak, but because he understands that true love is about building, not breaking. He reminds her of her worth, not just through words, but through his actions, his respect, and his unwavering presence. And when challenges arise, as they inevitably do, the right man doesn't create more stress. He helps ease it. He communicates openly and patiently. He doesn't shut down, walk away, or manipulate emotions. He listens. He works through problems with her rather than against her. He makes her feel like they are on the same team, not opponents in a battle for control. A woman who experiences this kind of love will immediately recognize the difference. She will feel lighter, freer, more at peace. She will realize that love doesn't have to be exhausting, that she doesn't have to fight every day just to be seen and heard, that real love brings a certainty, a security, a peace that she never knew was possible. And that kind of love, that kind of partnership is worth everything. Peace is something rare. It is a true blessing. It is a sign that she is exactly where she is meant to be. And once a woman feels this peace, she will never accept anything less again. When a woman is with the right man, she doesn't have to make herself smaller to fit into his world. She doesn't need to suppress her ambitions, silence her voice, or shrink herself just to maintain harmony. Instead, she feels inspired to grow, to evolve, to step into the most powerful version of herself. The right man does not see her strength as a problem, he sees it as a treasure. He does not compete with her, he appreciates her. Too many women have been in relationships where their dreams were met with resistance, where their success was treated like competition, where they were made to feel guilty for wanting more. A woman with a powerful spirit, a sharp mind, and a deep passion for life can intimidate the wrong man. He may try to hold her back, not because he doesn't love her, but because he is afraid of being left behind. He may feel insecure about her growth, mistaking it for a sign that she will move on without him. And instead of supporting her, he may discourage her, sometimes in subtle ways, sometimes openly. But the right man does the opposite. He propels her forward. He urges her to dream even bigger, to have faith in herself, to chase the things that set her soul ablaze. He is not threatened by her ambition because he is confident in himself. He understands that a strong woman does not take away from his strength. If anything, she enhances it. A woman who is truly loved by the right man will feel a newfound drive. She will sense the difference between a partner who merely tolerates her dreams and one who actively helps her achieve them. She will learn what it means to be with someone who doesn't just smile and nod when she talks about her goals, but actually plays a role in making them a reality. The right man is her biggest supporter, her anchor, her safe haven. He listens when she speaks about her aspirations, and instead of shutting her down with doubt or excuses, he lifts her up with encouragement and belief. He reminds her of her worth when she forgets. He stands beside her in moments of fear, of exhaustion, of uncertainty, reminding her why she started in the first place. And this support isn't just about words, it's about action. A man who truly believes in a woman's greatness doesn't just say he supports her, he proves it. He makes adjustments when necessary. He sacrifices when needed. He stands by her side through it all. He never asks her to choose between love and success, because he knows that real love makes space for both. This kind of love changes a woman. It gives her the courage to be fearless, to take bold steps, to step outside her comfort zone. She no longer feels like she has to dim her light to make him feel secure. She can shine fully and unapologetically, knowing that he stands beside her, not in her way. And when she succeeds, he is not resentful. He does not feel less of a man because she is thriving. He celebrates her victories as if they were his own, because in his heart they are. He understands that her achievements do not take away from him. They only strengthen their bond. A woman who is loved this way will realize something powerful. She will feel free, free to pursue her dreams without guilt, free to evolve without hesitation, free to be herself without apology. She will recognize that true love does not require sacrificing her identity. It nurtures it. Too many women have been conditioned to think that love means giving up parts of themselves, that relationships demand they sacrifice their dreams in order to keep things working. But the right love, the right man, will never ask a woman to abandon who she is. He will only push her to embrace herself fully. And once a woman experiences this kind of love, once she understands what it feels like to be supported without conditions, to be uplifted without hesitation, she will never settle for anything less, because now she understands what it means to be truly loved. When a woman is with the right man, she does not feel like she constantly has to fight for his attention, his effort, or his commitment. She does not feel like an afterthought, a backup plan, or someone he only prioritizes when it suits him. No, the right man makes her a priority. He makes it clear through his actions, his dedication, and his presence that she matters deeply to him. And that changes everything. Too many women have been in relationships where they felt like they were always waiting for a response, waiting for him to make time, waiting for him to show up emotionally, waiting for him to finally decide she is worth his full commitment. That kind of relationship is exhausting. It drains a woman's energy. It diminishes her confidence, and it leaves her doubting her own worth. But when a woman is with the right man, she doesn't have to chase his attention or beg for his presence. She doesn't have to wonder if she is important to him, because he makes it evident every single day. He is present, he is reliable, he is intentional, he makes an effort, not because she asked him to, but because he genuinely wants to. The right man does not leave her guessing. He does not make her question where she stands in his life. He does not disappear for days and return with excuses. He is stable, dependable, and devoted. And that kind of security allows a woman to relax. It allows her to feel safe, to trust, to fully open her heart without fear of being neglected or forgotten. A man who truly prioritizes a woman doesn't just claim he does, he proves it. He remembers the little details that matter to her. He pays attention to her feelings, her struggles, her joys. He doesn't just make time for her when life is easy and simple. He makes time for her even when life gets complicated, because that's what genuine love does. It does not put conditions on commitment. It does not treat a partner as an option. It makes space for them. Always. A woman will know she is with the right man when she doesn't feel like she has to fight for his love. She doesn't feel like she has to prove her value or constantly remind him to show up. He is already there. He is engaged, attentive, and deeply involved in the relationship. Now listen, if you do not see these signs in your relationship, do not ignore that. A blessing will never feel like a burden. A good man will never make you question your worth. Is my heart at peace? Am I growing? Do his actions align with his words? Do I feel safe, truly safe with him? If the answer is yes, then maybe, just maybe, you have been given something rare. And if the answer is no, maybe it is time to stop holding on to what is hurting you and make space for what is meant for you. Because when you are blessed with the right man, you don't have to wonder. You just know. Thank you.